Hello everyone and welcome back to Tabletop Unboxing. I'm your host, the Board Game Nerd, and today we're going to be looking at the brand new Magic the Gathering Challenger decks. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So what exactly are Challenger decks? Challenger decks are basically competitive decks that have been made specifically with the meta in mind, so you should be able to pick this up and play a very high level of Magic the Gathering Standard, which is what they're aiming for, but they're not exactly out of the box you can play. Sometimes you can win, but there are a lot of things that you want to improve upon, because they only give you a few staples inside some of these decks, which we'll go through. But here you go. This is what it looks like, and our first deck will be over here, Final Adventure, like so. Yes, like this. Final Adventure, Caviler Charge, followed by Allied Fires, and lastly, Flash of Ferocity. So, let's get into our first deck, which is going to be Final Adventure. Now, I'm going to have you guys look at all the nice bits and pieces here. So this is what the back of the box looks like. The side of the box will actually tell you what cards you can get. Let's see if I can just focus this on for you. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So you just get a little bit of flavor text here. And the other side is just basically their kind of watermark. Open this up. And it has a little nice box design here. You take this out. And here you go, a nice little deck box. Kinda hope that they gave you a better deck box, but sure. Open it up and you'll find that, oh wow, look at that. Air. One deck divider. The cards that you're going to need for your side deck. A nice pamphlet. What comes next? Now that you have your ready to go 60 card deck with a 15 card sideboard, what's next? Check out your local game store on Friday night. It is a great place to meet friends, play Magic, and test out your deck against the competition. And just in case you are not too sure on how to get to this website, they put in a QR code. Isn't that nice of them? But of course, this is going to be the main thing, our 60 card deck. There you go. There we go. And let's see what's inside the side compartment. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is where you're going to put all your dice and whatnot. It's kind of sad that they didn't give you a dice with this one. The product's currently going for around 25 to 35 euros, I believe. And let's just increase that so you guys can have a nice close-up. There we go. So what do you get with your 35 euro? Let's see. Take this out. We have a Black Lance Paragon over here. Knight of the Ebon Legion, which is a very good one-drop card. 2 copies of him. Another Black Lance Paragon. Lovestruck Beast. 3 copies. 4 copies. A full playset. Okay, Midnight Reaper. Murderous Rider, a very good rare card, which is worth some money at the moment. So you can literally substitute him into anything, really. Varashka, Glory Queen. So you may sacrifice another permanent. If you do, gain 1 life and draw 1 card. That's a +2 to our loyalty ability. This is a very good card, especially when you pair it up with Garrick. This is over to the side. A Castle Lochwin. 2 of them. A Fabled Passage as well. Fabled Passage is currently going for a lot of money, actually. I'm pretty sure inside Europe it's going for around 10 euros, but over in the US it's going for like $20. So if you buy this one deck, you kind of make your money back. Tempo Melody, which is a scry land. Edgewall Innkeeper. You're going to be using Edgewall Innkeeper a lot inside this deck, so they're going to give you a whole playset, mainly because you want to use them as a draw engine. So as the game continues, you're going to want to get more what you call value from all of your adventure cards. So Falmir Knight, Order of Midnight, Smitten Swordmaster, which is kind of one of your win cons, because you can use Curry Favor to get X life and each opponent loses X life. So you're going to want to do that a couple of times. But if you have the Lucky Clover card, which I'm pretty sure this deck has a whole playset of, you'll be able to do it several times in one go, meaning that you'll probably destroy your opponent's life points just by playing Curry Fever once or twice. There are a few things that I would like. Okay, so the rest are going to be land cards. There's a few things that I would change personally about this deck. It gives you an emblem and human tokens. Human tokens. On an adventure. They're double-sided. That are human. These are all for your Lovestruck Beast. Put these to the side. And then we'll open up that 15-card side deck. But yeah, there's a couple of things that I would change about this deck. It's not very fast or strong. I think it's okay, but there's a lot of things you can like do to increase its, I don't know, viability. Because I would personally, you're running green anyway, so I would put Beanstalk Giant in here. Just because you'll be able to ramp up a lot more. Like, Beanstalk Giant costs 3, and it lets you seek out a card inside your deck that's a basic land and put it onto your battlefield tapped. So if you had 2 Lucky Clovers, in there, that would mean that you'll be able to actually ramp up 3 times in one go, which is very, very strong. Or by turn 3 more than likely, you have 1 Lucky Clover and you get 2 lands instead of 1. A Massacre Girl, a very nice legendary creature. Cleans of Dust, Duress. Crawl Harpooner. Noxious Grass. And lastly, Trashing Brunton. Just in case you need something to destroy enchantments. Overall, I would say this deck is one of the better ones because it gives you a lot of value for it. Vroshka is a very nice card. And I think Final Adventure is personally my personal pick for this, because if I were to pick up one deck, I would say Final Adventure is the most fun, because there's a lot of thinking involved, it's not mindless, and it's a high skill set, so it requires the most amount of skill to get, but it's also the highest chance to win if you know what you're doing. Same story again. We have our side deck, our nice 60-card deck, our very nice poster, and let's go into Cavalcade Charge. Bone Crusher Giant, fantastic rare card. Only 1 copy, really. Fervent Champion, okay. Oh, more copies of Bone Crusher Giant, okay. Runaway Steamkin, a very nice card. Torbrand. Alright, so this deck basically revolves around playing your Torbrand around turn 4, just so that you're able to... Hey, what's this? Ah, it's kind of weird. We have a little bit of a white thing here. They screwed up my Torbrand. Wizards. I want a refund. So basically you want to play your Torbrand at turn 4, then you have Chandra, Acolyte of Flames inside turn 3. You'll be able to do 3 damage each turn afterwards, assuming they don't get rid of Torbrand. Oh, they give you a lot of those actually. Ember Cleave. Okay, there's only 1 copy of this inside the entire thing, but it's such a good mythic card. This is kind of like your go-to win. So around maybe turn 4, you can use the elementals with the Chandra, and then you're able to just attach Embercleave to them, giving them trample +1/+1 and double strike. That usually clears out a game. I'm not sure how strong this particular deck is in this instance, because it's optimized for the Throne of Eldraine. I don't really see a lot of improvement on it. There are better cards to be had now. And the rest are going to be land cards. Okay, that's kind of weird. So a bunch of devil tokens for the Chandra and elementals. See, they give you a Satyr here, and I would assume they will give you Annex as well. Maybe it's inside the extra deck. We'll have a look. Because Annex is kind of a staple now that the Taros Beyond Death has came out. Because it gives you repetitive value. He scales well with the amount of cards inside your field, and he gives you more creatures when they die. So there's no reason not to have them. So a bunch of Experimental Frenzy, Satyr's Cunning. Oh, they do have Taros cards, so I'm assuming he's in here. Your Shock, because why not? Slaying Fire. Tilbit. Oh, he's not in here. How odd. So if I were to buy this deck personally, I would upgrade in using a couple of things from Taros Beyond Death. The first one is going to be, let me see, just put a bunch of Annex in, put the Phoenix that's a 4-drop and can escape for tree with haste. Like, there's a couple of ways you can improve that deck, and it's fairly cheap as well. I would say it's the most mindless out of all the decks that we're going to be going through. But it does have a very high win rate because, well, just because of the sheer amount of games you can play, because you don't waste a lot of time playing those games. Because it's either you win as a mono red deck or you die. Okay, our next one here is going to be Allied Fires. And this is one of the decks that did not scale well, because this was very good at the start of Throne of Eldraine, and even then, it wasn't exactly well played. Now you can use it... What the... Why must you do this to me? Do I need scissors? There we go. So what I was saying is that this one revolves around trying to get your Fires of Inventions out. So Fey of Wishes, get a couple of cards on your sideboard, Kenrit. Right, so if you're going to get anything, I'm going to buy this one personally because I don't have a Kenrit, and Kenrit's a really good commander. And he's one of the best cards. He's also a buy a box promo that was only available from the WPN network. So if you weren't able to do the buy a box promo, then this is your chance to get him. So if you want this particular card, get the Allied Fires. Deafening Clarion, very good Board Clear. Fey of Wishes. See, Dawn of Dreams lets you just take the top 7 cards and put 2 of them in your hand. You want to use the Fires of Invention around turn 4, then you're able to scale and play 2 5 mana cost cards in one turn. Sarkhan is kind of one of your win cons because this deck in particular revolves around planeswalkers. So he gets to turn everyone into a dragon, and then you just hit for face value, which is very strong. Ugin, also a very nice card. He makes your colorless cards -2, and he exiles cards for +1, giving you a counter. Ooh, they give you a Steam Vents in this one. Alright, did not know they give you Shocklands. Oh, sugar, I should have been looking at the camera. I hope it's all in frame. Okay, here we go. That's definitely in frame. Temple of Epiphany, Temple of Triumph, Banishing Light, very nice card. I'm using it at the moment to play inside my Esper Strix. Narset, very good card. It prevents your opponents from drawing any more than 1 card per turn. So if you do this, force them to wheel, they'll only be able to get 1 card or 0 card. It's their turn. So that's a very nice one to have. Omen of the Sea, I feel, is a very strong card. For a common, at least, for 2. It's basically the best one, in my opinion, because it lets you scry 2, then draw a card for only 2 mana. So it's basically giving you +1 to card advantage, and lets you scry 2 to set yourself up. Interplanar Beacon gives you 1 life for each Planewalker spell you play, which isn't too bad, but at the same time, it's not exactly the best land to have. None of these are really good, actually. Okay, the rest is just going to be normal lands. Get a bunch of tokens. Servo token. On adventure, Servo, dragon. Oh, it's not even a cool dragon. It's 2 seconds. Next card is going to be the 15 cards inside the Allied Fires. Let's see, we got Mass Manipulation, gain control of X creatures and or Planewalkers. Okay, so 4, it can be minimum of 6 costs, but it will scale up and it will let you steal a bunch of stuff. Another Sarkhan for the full playset. Time Wipe. Ooh, Ashiok. So this one was one of the more expensive Planeswalkers, still is inside the Order of Sparks, even though it is an uncommon card, because it lets you target the top 4 cards of a library and then exile it. So basically you can destroy or mill your opponent out if you have a bunch of Lucky Clovers, so they can literally lose like 16 cards per activation of Ashiok. Oh yeah, that was a different thing, sorry. I'm thinking of Screaming... Oh, it's that one that costs 1 mana and again it's a 0/4. Can't remember the name of it. Source of Meaning. But before that card came out, I was using Ashiok as a mill deck kind of generator. It's not exactly the most efficient, but I'll be damned if I say it wasn't fun. And our last deck is going to be a Flash of Ferocity. The most expensive card inside this one, I believe, is going to be Brazen Borrower, which is going to be an evergreen card because his ability is pretty good. 2 seconds. Yes, this is why I go to the gym. There we go. Flash of Ferocity. Take that out. Put that in. And wow, look at that. More air. 60 card deck. And Velociraptor. Alright. Take this out here. And Flash Ferocity is, as his name states, you're going to basically want to play all your cards during your opponent's turn. So Brazen Borrower is an instant speed removal. It lets you remove anything from your opponent's side of the field back to their hand, as long as it's non-land. It only costs 3 mana as well. You can also flash it in for a 3/1 that can only block flying creatures. Nightpack Ambusher, also a very good card. As long as you don't play a spell during your turn, it would create a 2/2 wolf creature. Oh, they give you a couple of these actually. A whole playset. Very nice. And we're going to get Wavebreak Hippo, which is to draw a card during your opponent's turn if you manage to summon it with Flash. Wildborn Preserver, also a very neat card. I remember getting him inside my drafts, and I just ended up with 52 counters on him because of how well he scales Taster Intervention. Very nice. Castle Ventress, alright. Another Fabled Passage, okay, that's not bad. So already you're getting like a lot of your money back. Fabled Passage going for around $20, and Brazen Borrower going for around $10. Temple of Mystery. Brian Cutthroat, a staple of any Flash deck inside the meta at the moment. Basically gets a +1 counter each time you cast a spell during your opponent's turn. Frilled Mystic, also very nice counterplay, because it is a creature, and there are some cards that can only counter spells. No, they can only counter instants and sorcery, but they can't counter creatures, or vice versa, so it's always nice to have a variety of it. Spectral Sailor, a 1/1 defender, along with draw a card. Opt, not too bad. There are better cards. Quench, nice counterspell, not the best. One of the cheapest though. Sinister Sabotage, much better though. Counters spell and lets you like Serval 1. Unsummon. Torn Falls. And all of our neat lands. Along with 4 tokens. So eventually a bunch of wolves that are double-sided, along with an On Adventure. And lastly, we're going to be looking at the 15-card side deck for Flash of Ferocity. Sad that we only get 1 Brazen Borrower, but I suppose everything only has 1 Mythic card inside them, so can't really argue with that too much, especially for a $30 product. Sinister Ceratops. There we go. Aether Gust. Disdainful Stroke. Mystic Dispute. Negate. 1 Singer, 2 Singer, 3 Singer, and another Sifting Ceratops. For a whole plate? Well, 3 of them, okay. Well, that's it for my Challenger unboxing video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe for more Board Game Nerd content. And if you have any thoughts on this product or just like to create a discussion, please be sure to leave it in the comments below. I'll be happy to reply, and I'll be happy to just discuss the values of these products with you all. And until next time, everyone, I'll see you all later. Please be sure to take care of yourselves. Bye.